I think if you look at customer experience in general, there's two things that I think about. One is it's the most mission critical part of a business. But at the same time, whether it's B2B or B2C, the expectation from the customers is going up very, very rapidly. And there's now technology out there you can take advantage of. But at the same time, you have this balance, right? It's mission critical. So all the organizations and customers we work with want to deploy these services, but they got to do it in stepwise functions to take advantage of it, but at the same time keep their ongoing businesses running. So B2B, for example, we see things moving slower, but the expectations are going up. And in B2C, the personalization that folks are expecting, the expectations are going up even faster. So I think there's this balance of how do you take advantage of technology, but at the same time continue to deliver the experiences that they've had so far. So there's a bit of a tension there that we see in the marketplace. Yeah, I think it's clear that customer experiences across all channels. Voice has been the mainstay, and now we're seeing more and more digital channels. Really, how do you offer the right type of experience in the right channel, right? So it's not one channel versus the other. It's having a seamless experience and engaging and creating great outcomes for end customers across all of those channels. So when we talk to customers out there, we're really building strategies that encompass all of these technologies, but it's even more important that they start to think about how do they personalize, right? So in one context, I want to deliver one experience. In another context, I want to deliver a different experience. So having this holistic view is really top of mind, I think, for every customer out there when they think about better personalized customer experiences. Top of mind is really taking advantage now of these great technologies, taking advantage of cloud and taking advantage of AI. And the reason they're so interested in this is because it is the most important part of their differentiation, right? Which is how do they leverage all of the different channels, all the different interactions, deliver a consistent but unique and special experience. So that's really the two technology agendas that we talk about the most. Customer experience, what we see and what we hear, is becoming almost the most important agenda with any company right now, right? So it's not just digital transformation, it's how do I think about that end-to-end experience no matter which part of the organization I come through. So my view, and this is how I think about it at Genesys, is it really starts with the CEO. When a CEO, and when I sit down with CEOs and they think about what can they differentiate, not just at a brand level, but a product, service, marketing level, I think it has to start there. I think the other two important leaders in the room is clearly the CIO, because it is about delivering great technologies that Genesys offers, for example, and I think the CMO. But it's really, to me, not one versus the other. It's really the CEO seeing how important this is. We've seen with great companies, when the CEO has this as top of the agenda, you get great outcomes, and of course that flows through around the rest of the organization. Yeah, I think Asia's going through this massive revolution of digitisation. And you know, we've seen the sort of advanced level of whether it's mobile or broadband before that. So to me, it's really, the agenda is how do you bring all of these technologies together? How do you optimize using AI and sort of process automation to be efficient? But also, how do you start to optimize the employee experiences right within those companies? For example, we offer great analytics and workforce engagement management tools. So I think it's both sides of it. It's creating those great experiences across all channels, using AI to give you much better engagement no matter what context you come on, as well as optimizing the employee experience. Yeah, the CIO is really critical to the customer experience agenda. Technology is moving really, really fast. And what that allows is a faster agility and pace of deployment. So the CIO needs to be sort of really keeping current. You know, when we sit down, we spend a lot of time with CIOs explaining our roadmaps, where we're moving with our Genesys cloud platform, new technologies like predictive engagement. So they are a linchpin to the deployment, but I think what we also see is they have to work hand in hand with the business leaders, sometimes even the CEO, because the agenda of customer experience and this idea of really almost creating an experience as a service mechanism that we really believe is the next wave, kind of goes hand in hand. So CIO has to be in the room, has to understand the technology, has to make sure they can help deploy, but they really have to also partner with the business leaders within those companies.